codependency can be defined as being in a one-sided relationship that is dysfunctional, where one person relies totally on another person to fulfill all of their emotional and self-esteem needs. So, question, do you expend all your energy in meeting your partner's needs? Are you constantly making sacrifices in the relationship and the other person's not? Melody Beattie is an expert when it comes to the codependence, and I love her book, Codependent No More. In fact, when I was thinking I might have been codependent, I actually highlighted pretty much the whole book. And my friend said to me, gosh, Brenda, maybe you should just highlight the parts that you're not, which I had to highlight the whole book because I was. But her definition of a codependent is one who has let another person's behavior affect him or her, and who is obsessed with controlling that person's behavior. And we can control people in a myriad of ways. So what I want you to think about is, if you know someone, or you yourself are this way, is where you are needing to be in a relationship, right? To feel fulfilled. I have to be in a relationship. I used to think I was a partner person. I just needed to be in a partnership, but really I was codependent. I was afraid to be alone. Always attracted to alcoholics, drug addicts, or other unemotionally available people. Okay. Trying to control other people's behaviors. Now, especially loved ones. And this can show up in different ways, in the sense that it can be subtle or it can be pretty drastic. Like we've seen people who are controlling, men and women, right? But there's these like passive aggressive. And what I had a conversation today with a possible client and who wanted to get healed with the forgiveness work so that her son would be healed. Because she thought that if she healed herself, that he would be, without him doing any of the work. And it was interesting because she was telling me the story. She sacrificed her retirement. She's alone. She sacrificed her retirement to buy a home for him to live in because he didn't have anywhere else to live and he would have been homeless. He's in his 40s. And that she lives in an apartment while he lives in the home because he has got a grandchild that comes and visits on the weekends. And she also takes care of that child on the weekends when it comes to visit, even though the father's not working. Okay. And she, also is losing sleep. She can't eat. She's anxious because of his anger towards his current girlfriend and his just anger in general. And so she was wanting to heal herself, to heal him. And what we had to have that conversation was about codependence. It really struck my heart hard because, I've had those feelings before. I did the same thing with my older daughter for a long time until I learned how to detach, until I learned how that she has a God, I'm not it, and how I was actually interrupting or interfering with her journey in this life by trying to protect her and take care of her. And so when I could pull back like that, our whole relationship changed. So we had this conversation and she finally understood it, that she was trying to control his life in a passive way by being there all the time. And by trying to make his life okay and trying to make him okay. She was actually trying to control the situation because she wanted to feel okay. She didn't want to feel any suffering because thinking that he might be suffering. Now, as a parent, yes, we don't want our kids to suffer. But on the other hand, they have to learn too. We had to learn and they have to learn. So if you find yourself doing any of those types of behaviors, take a look at that because there's help for that. And it's really important to know that, if you're a people pleaser, it's codependent. You can't. And if you're trying to end a relationship and you can't end the relationship because of all these excuses, well, that could be too. So there's a lot of reasons for us to take control and responsibility for ourselves and notice that we are, become aware that we are codependent. And what we can do about that is get some help about it. There's 12-step programs, but there's also the coaching. And that's what we do in the forgiveness work. But we don't heal other people through the coaching. We heal ourselves.